everybody, it's the Gaming Dad here, and we are continuing Saints Row Gat Out of Hell, 100% walkthrough and achievement guide. In this video we're going to be going for the achievement Plague of Gat, which is kill 1,000 enemies with his supernatural abilities. So each of the 4 abilities has a really good move, or kind of element that'll be good against killing them. So for the Stomp I recommend Holy, I wouldn't recommend Vacuum, and to be honest the Force one is not too bad, but Holy is your best bet. And just choose any survival and just go back and forth. I'm just going to show you 4 variations of kind of survivals and you can decide for yourself. So we've done the Stomp one and then we're going to go over to the next one. So the next one up is going to be our Vamp. So Worship doesn't really do any good and Cold Fire can be too slow, and there's progress towards 800 out of 1,000. So Vamp is not too bad. Like I say, you do have to move about quite a lot, and as you see it is slowly adding up. You do need to keep as close to the enemies as possible, like I am doing, so the lifesteal actually works. And it doesn't matter if enemies are in vehicles or not, as long as you're close to them, like you're playing TIG with them, then it'll count as a kill. The recharge is still not that great on the Aura for some reason compared to Stomp, but it still adds up. As you can see, we're doing well. Also, it's a good idea to make sure all these are upgraded with the soul clusters, because the stronger they are, the quicker they are at killing enemies and the quicker we are at getting the achievement. So as you see, we're just trying to get as close as possible to all the enemies that we can, and then we're going to exit the diversion and move on to the next one, which is Blast. And we're also 850 out of 1,000. So I really like this Soul one because it kind of goes from one to the other. It does about 4 arcs. So you've just got to be on the move and make sure you aim in the direction of an enemy and let the Soul cluster do its work itself. This is a bit slower than the other ones because you obviously have to keep using the Blast ability after it is ran out, and also it's quite slow and you can't use 2 at the same time. You know, because if you use another one, the other one will disappear. So this one is a little bit slower than the one we just used. Other Blast moves, Shadow I feel is quite slow as well, and Shadow's also like kind of like a poison effect. And then the Stone one's not too bad, but I kind of like this one because this is always guaranteed at least 4 to 5 kills, and it's quite enjoyable seeing them floating in the air being possessed by souls. And we'll just exit this one, and then we'll go to the final one. And to be honest, Summons is quite a funny, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not, it all depends on the placement. But the Tower one, even though it's not the greatest at times, it can still be fast at killing enemies, especially with a missile kill, because it will land on the ground and kill enemies in the area. So there's that as well. Your Titan's a bit clumsy, especially I noticed from when I was doing the challenge, and he would just run into things and sometimes not kill it, or blow up vehicles and the kills didn't count, and so on and so on. Whereas at least with the tower, and especially this one where you've got the flying enemies, you'll make good use of the missiles. Imps are not too bad, but you have to use imps quite a lot because they're not the strongest of summons. Also, you probably notice that this tower looks a lot like a human object, which clearly they've done on purpose. And just if you don't believe me, watch when the summon animation happens, or maybe not that one because that one straight away happened, but let's try this one. There we go. So as you can see, the Spire is not too bad. Because this video is getting a bit longer, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to exit this diversion, and then we're going to go over. So the best one, let's go from worst to best. The worst one is probably, well, to be honest, it's probably the tower. Then either your blast or your aura, but the best one has to be holy, because look how fast we finished that in the time it took for me to describe it. So we're just going to do the rest of the kills with the stomp, and I'm going to cut out to where we get the achievement. And there we go, Plague of Gatt. Killed 1,000 demons with any combination of supernatural powers. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notification to keep yourself updated. And if you could join my Facebook and Patreon, that would be greatly appreciated also. Last but not least, see ya!